Bran Stark is a fascinating character in the world of Game of Thrones. He begins as a curious and adventurous young boy living in Winterfell, the ancient castle of House Stark. He's the second son of Ned Stark and Catelyn Stark. Bran has an adventurous spirit and loves climbing the castle walls, even though it's dangerous. Bran's life changes forever after a terrible fall. He is pushed from a tower by Jaime Lannister when he accidentally sees something he shouldn't have. This fall leaves him unable to walk, but also unlocks an incredible power within him. Bran discovers he is a warg, meaning he can enter the minds of animals and see through their eyes. He begins to warg into his direwolf, Summer, and experiences the world in a completely new way. Bran's journey quickly becomes even more remarkable. Traveling beyond the Wall, a massive ice structure in the north, he finds out he's not just a warg, but also has green sight. Green sight is the ability to see into the past, present, and future through mysterious visions. This power is rare and incredibly valuable because it shows him things no one else can see. One of Bran's most important mentors is a mystical figure called the Three-Eyed Raven. The Three-Eyed Raven helps Bran understand and control his powers. The Raven explains to Bran that he is destined to become the next Three-Eyed Raven, a being who holds all the memories and knowledge of the world. Bran's powers make him a key player in the fight against the White Walkers. These chilling creatures, led by the ruthless Night King, threaten all of humanity. Bran's visions provide crucial information about the White Walkers' past and their weaknesses. He learns about significant events in history that can help in the battle against these dangerous enemies. One very exciting reveal through Bran's visions is the truth about Jon Snow's parentage. Bran discovers that Jon is not actually Ned Stark's illegitimate son, but the son of Ned's sister, Lyanna Stark, and Rhaegar Targaryen, making him a legitimate heir to the Iron Throne. This revelation is a game-changer in the political landscape of Westeros. Bran's journey is filled with dangers and adventures. He travels with loyal friends like Hodor, a gentle giant who helps carry him, and Mira Reed, a brave warrior. Their journey north of the Wall through icy lands filled with danger makes for an exciting and dramatic tale. Bran learns bravery, sacrifice, and the importance of his role in the great battle between the living and the dead. Despite his disability, Bran becomes one of the most powerful characters in the story. His powers give him a unique perspective that no one else has. Using his abilities, he helps strategize the defense of humanity against the Night King and the fearsome army of the dead. Before we continue with the video and my further explanations about all the other soups, I want to ask for your help. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe and help me out. Okay, let's continue. Melisandre, often called the Red Woman, is one of the most mysterious and magical characters in Game of Thrones. She is a priestess from a faraway land known as Ashai and serves the Lord of Light, a powerful and fiery god. Melisandre is known for her red hair and red robes, which reflect her fiery faith. From the moment she appears, Melisandre captivates those around her with her deep, melodic voice and her mesmerizing red gemstone necklace. This necklace is more than just a piece of jewelry. It's enchanted and reveals that Melisandre is much older than she appears. She uses her powers to influence powerful leaders and kings, believing she has a holy mission to fight against the darkness threatening the world. Melisandre's story is filled with mystery and magic. She is a wise and skilled sorceress, able to see visions in the flames that others cannot. Her main goal is to find and support the prophesied hero known as the Prince That Was Promised, who is destined to save the world from a great and deadly threat. At first, she believes this hero is Stannis Baratheon, a nobleman claiming the Iron Throne. To help Stannis, Melisandre performs many powerful and sometimes frightening rituals. She can create magical shadows, sacrifice to her god for greater good, and even see glimpses of the future in her fires. One of her most famous acts is giving birth to a shadowy creature that helps Stannis defeat one of his enemies. This eerie event shows just how far Melisandre is willing to go to fulfill her visions. Throughout her journey, Melisandre's faith never wavers. Even when things don't go as planned, she remains devoted to her god and the fight against the darkness. Her certainty and determination make her both a trusted advisor and a character who raises many questions for those around her. One of the most incredible events involving Melisandre is her role in the resurrection of Jon Snow. After the betrayal and assassination of Jon by his own men, Melisandre uses her magic to bring him back to life. It's a moment filled with suspense and hope, showcasing the full extent of her powers and re-establishing Jon as a key leader in the battle against the Night King and the White Walkers. Melisandre is not without her flaws. Her dedication sometimes leads to disastrous outcomes, particularly when she misinterprets her visions. Her advice results in major battles where severe losses occur, and she must live with the consequences. Despite these setbacks, she learns and grows, understanding the importance of humility in the face of her powerful magic. As the story unfolds, Melisandre recognizes that the true battle is against the mighty Night King and his army of the dead. She returns when she is needed most, helping to rally the forces of the living against these supernatural enemies. During the pivotal Battle of Winterfell, Melisandre uses her magic to light the trenches and ignite the weaponry, crucially aiding the living fighters. In the end, Melisandre fulfills her destiny by assisting in the defeat of the Night King. Her journey ends with her walking away from the battle into the snow, removing her enchanted necklace and returning to her true form, which soon turns to dust. Daenerys Targaryen starts her journey as a young and timid girl, but she transforms into a powerful leader, earning the title Mother of Dragons. Her story is filled with adventure, challenges, and magic, capturing the imagination of everyone who hears it. Daenerys belongs to the House Targaryen, an ancient family that once ruled the Seven Kingdoms of Westeros. Her parents were forced to escape after their throne was taken away, and Dany grows up far from her homeland. But fire runs in her veins, and she carries her family's dream of reclaiming the Iron Throne. Her journey begins when her brother, Viserys Targaryen, marries her off to Khal Drogo, the fierce leader of a nomadic tribe called the Dothraki. Though the marriage is arranged, Daenerys learns to adapt to the Dothraki way of life and becomes stronger and more confident. She earns Drogo's respect and eventually falls in love with him, showing her capacity to grow and find her place in a tough world. The most magical part of Daenerys' story happens when she receives 3 dragon eggs as wedding gifts. The eggs are thought to be old and lifeless, but Dany feels a mysterious connection to them. When tragedy strikes, Daenerys bravely walks into her husband's funeral pyre with the dragon eggs. Instead of perishing, she emerges unharmed with 3 live baby dragons, Drogon, Rhaegal, and Viserion. This miraculous event earns her the title Mother of Dragons and sets her on a path toward greatness. With her dragons growing alongside her, Daenerys travels across seas and deserts, gathering supporters and freeing slaves from cruel masters. In cities like Astapor, Yunkai, and Meereen, she wages war against oppression, using her dragons as powerful allies. Her courage and compassion win her a devoted following of people who believe she is meant to bring change and justice to the world. Dany's dragons are not just pets, but mighty creatures that symbolize her power and authority. Drogon, named after Drogo, is the largest and most temperamental of the 3, often serving as her mount. The dragons sense her emotions and protect her fiercely, making them an unstoppable force against her enemies. Watching her and her dragons in action is thrilling and awe-inspiring. As she grows in strength and ambition, Daenerys sets her sights on returning to Westeros and claiming her rightful place as queen. Her determination leads her to ally with powerful figures like Tyrion Lannister and Jon Snow. Together, they work to defeat the current rulers and save the realm from the threat of the Night King and the White Walkers. However, Daenerys' journey is not without struggles. She faces betrayals, losses, and difficult choices that test her character. The burden of her great power and responsibility weighs heavily on her, and she must balance her desires with the welfare of the people she seeks to rule. From a frightened girl sold into marriage to a legendary queen commanding dragons, her journey captivates us with its blend of emotion, action, and magnificent scenes. Daenerys teaches us about the power of resilience, vision, and the unyielding pursuit of justice and freedom. The Night King stands out as one of the most chilling and formidable characters. As the mysterious leader of the White Walkers, He commands an army of the dead and poses a terrifying threat to all living beings in Westeros. His story is one filled with magic, fear, and epic battles, making it incredibly exciting and important. The Night King was created thousands of years ago during a time called the Age of Heroes. According to legend, he was once a human, a member of the First Men, who were among the earliest inhabitants of Westeros. The Children of the Forest, mystical beings who lived alongside the First Men, transformed him into a White Walker by piercing his heart with a dagger made of dragonglass. They meant to use him as a weapon to protect themselves from their enemies, but the creation of the Night King had dire consequences. With icy blue eyes and skin as cold as ice, the Night King is an unforgettable figure. His powers are immense. He can raise the dead with a single gesture, turning fallen soldiers into wights or zombie-like creatures who obey his every command. As the leader of the White Walkers, he moves with a sense of calm authority, and every step he takes sends a chill through the air. One of the most thrilling aspects of the Night King's story is his army, known as the Army of the Dead. This growing horde of whites follows him relentlessly as he marches south from his icy domain beyond the wall. Their numbers seem endless, and they do not tire, feel pain, or fear. They serve as a constant reminder of the impending doom facing the living if the Night King is not stopped. The Night King's rise in the story begins with the attack on Eastwatch, a fortress by the sea. With his supernatural powers, he destroys a section of the wall, the ancient barrier meant to keep the White Walkers and their undead army at bay. This pivotal moment marks the start of his invasion into the lands of the living, spreading fear and chaos. One of his most shocking feats is when he resurrects Viserion, one of Daenerys Targaryen's beloved dragons, after it is killed in battle. With Viserion now an ice dragon under his control, the Night King's power grows even stronger, adding a flying, fire-breathing creature of death to his ranks. The ultimate showdown comes during the Battle of Winterfell, where the Night King seeks to extinguish the memory of humanity by killing Bran Stark, the three-eyed raven, who holds the past, present, and future within him. The battle is incredibly tense, with the living fighting against all odds to protect their world from eternal night. At the height of this epic fight, when it seems the Night King may achieve his goal, Arya Stark, Bran's courageous sister, bravely confronts him. In a dramatic and heart-stopping moment, Arya uses her agility and skills to launch a surprise attack, stabbing him with a Valyrian steel dagger. The Night King shatters into ice, and with his demise, the army of the dead falls to the ground, lifeless once more. Jon Snow is one of the most beloved characters, known for his bravery, honor, and mysterious heritage. From a young boy growing up in Winterfell to a key leader in the fight against darkness, Jon Snow's journey is as thrilling as it is inspiring. Jon is introduced as the illegitimate son of Ned Stark. He grows up alongside his half-siblings, but feels like an outsider because of his status as a bastard. Despite this, Jon is determined to prove himself, showing loyalty and courage as strong as the Stark family traits. Jon's adventure begins when he joins the Night's Watch, a brotherhood sworn to guard the Wall, a massive barrier of ice that separates the Seven Kingdoms from the dangerous lands beyond. The Wall defends against wildlings and the dreaded White Walkers, ancient ice creatures threatening to return. Jon quickly rises through the ranks, gaining respect for his dedication and combat skills. Beyond the Wall, Jon's life changes dramatically. In the wilderness, he meets Ygritte, a fiery and brave wildling woman. Their relationship is filled with passion and conflict as Jon struggles between his duty and his newfound feelings. Ygritte famously tells Jon, "You know nothing, Jon Snow," a phrase that becomes iconic, highlighting his inexperience and her teasing affection. As Jon grows, he shows remarkable leadership, especially during the defense of Castle Black against a massive wildling army. His heroism earns him the position of Lord Commander of the Night's Watch, a testament to his ability to lead and make difficult decisions. Jon unites the Night's Watch and the wildlings against common threats, breaking centuries-old barriers and showcasing his vision for unity. One of the most exciting revelations about Jon Snow is his true parentage. Through Bran Stark's visions, it is revealed that Jon is not Ned Stark's son, but the child of Ned's sister, Lyanna Stark, and Rhaegar Targaryen. This makes Jon a legitimate Targaryen, not only having Stark blood but also having a rightful claim to the Iron Throne. This secret, kept from him for years, changes his identity drastically and adds layers to his already complex character. Jon's journey becomes even more thrilling after he is betrayed by his own men and killed, only to be miraculously brought back to life by the Red Priestess, Melisandre. This moment marks a new path for Jon, emphasizing his role as a central figure in the battle against the Night King and his army of the dead. He joins forces with Daenerys Targaryen, working closely with her to unite various factions against the looming threat of the White Walkers. Their alliance, built on mutual respect and eventually love, plays a crucial role in the story's progression. The battle for Winterfell against the Night King is one of Jon's most daring moments. Fighting alongside his friends and allies, Jon demonstrates unmatched courage and determination to protect humanity from the icy terror threatening to engulf their world. Jaqen H'ghar is one of the most intriguing and mysterious characters in Game of Thrones. Known for his ability to change faces and identities, he is a member of the Faceless Men, a secretive group of assassins from the House of Black and White in Braavos. His story is filled with mystery, magic, and thrilling moments that keep us captivated by his enigmatic presence. We first meet Jaqen H'ghar in the company of prisoners being transported to the Wall. He stands out with his calm demeanor and unique appearance. He has striking eyes and hair that is half white and half red, giving him an instantly recognizable look. Arya Stark, one of the story's central characters, encounters him during this journey, and their paths become interlinked in unexpected ways. Jaqen's extraordinary abilities are revealed when Arya courageously saves him and two other prisoners from a deadly fire. Grateful for her bravery, he tells Arya that a man owes her 3 lives, meaning he will grant her the deaths of any 3 people she names. Arya, fascinated by his skills, uses Jaqen's offer to further her own goals and seek revenge on those who have wronged her. Jaqen's abilities as a faceless man are astonishing. He can change his appearance at will, taking on the face and form of anyone. This supernatural skill makes him a master of disguise and a fearsome assassin. Through his teachings and example, he offers insights into the Faceless Men's philosophy. They serve the many-faced god, the god of death, and believe that death is a gift that should be given to those who deserve it. Jaqen provides Arya with guidance and an introduction to the deadly skills of assassination. When Arya eventually travels to Braavos, she seeks him out at the House of Black and White, eager to become like him and learn the ways of the Faceless Men. Jaqen becomes her mentor, testing her abilities and challenging her understanding of identity and purpose. He reminds her that to become no one, she must let go of her past and her personal desires, which proves to be a daunting task for Arya. Throughout her training, Arya faces rigorous tests, learning to fight in darkness and to lie convincingly, skills that Jaqen masters seamlessly. The process is brutal, pushing her limits and forcing her to confront the question of who she really is. Jaqen represents the ultimate mystery, a figure whose own identity is a blank slate, filled only when he chooses. Jaqen's influence on Arya culminates in her making a crucial decision to reclaim her name and return to Westeros. He acknowledges her choice, perhaps recognizing that her true strength lies in embracing who she truly is, rather than becoming no one. Thank you for exploring the exciting world of Game of Thrones with us. If you enjoyed this journey into Westeros, don't forget to subscribe for more thrilling content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share your comments below. Join our community, and let's keep the conversation going about these epic tales and the heroes who inspire us. Your engagement makes this journey even more magical. See you in the next video.